Good afternoon, class. My name is John Van Slyke, and I am recording the screencast from the main campus of Walla Walla Community College. As most of you probably already know, I hope you know, I'm your instructor for World Civilization 1, or Ancient World Civilization. And I wanted to take a little time. I wanted to follow up. We're kind of getting this class off the ground, getting things started, and I want to sort of apologize. There have been a couple glitches out of the gates. One has been brought to my attention by a couple of you. The course had to be republished early last week due to a problem where the course had been built essentially on the wrong course shell. I'll spare you the explanation, but that problem has been fixed for about a week. But it did cost a couple of you your initial introduction and biography assignments, and I will be following up to make sure that justice is served in that particular instance. So my apologies there. I also have brought to your attention some of my concerns about the relative lack of participation in the first discussion forum. And apparently there has been a little bit of confusion there, and I hope to clear that up. And my purpose here for recording this is I want to just walk you all through the course and help you understand how you will access different things to hopefully make it easier for you to participate in our learning experience together. So right now I'm on the main page for our course. You can see right here this is our course, and almost all of the and I have this in student mode. You'll see here I'm in student view, so I'm seeing the course much as you would see it. Almost all of our interaction this quarter will take place via the modules tab here on the left. So I'm clicking the modules, and this will show us the course as it looks to you, the student. You'll note right away at the top there is a discussion forum. This will be posted throughout the course called Do You Have a Question? And the purpose of that is that if problems or challenges or confusions emerge as we go through the course, as long as they're not of a personal nature, please post them there. That will make it so that when I answer your question, I'll be answering the question for the benefit of the entire class. And that is really important. It saves me, your instructor, time. Also, as has already happened a couple times, you, the student, will sometimes be able to answer a question for a fellow student, and thereby the load and reliance upon me, the instructor, is reduced a little bit. So my gratitude in advance for your using that discussion forum. If for some reason you're angry, frustrated, or would like to communicate something a little bit more directly to me and you don't think it necessarily involves the entire class, that's totally fine. Send me an email. My email is in the syllabus. The syllabus is where here? Yeah, right here, right in front of us. So you'll be able to find communication information there as well. So that's the Do You Have a Question? This first week 0 module, hopefully most of you, hopefully you have had a chance to read through it. It's kind of sort of bit by bit, detail by detail explanation of how this course is arranged. It will also be posted and be active throughout the quarter, similarly with our essay assistance module. Scrolling down, I want to just show you something. One of these things I've just added, and I don't want it to be confusing. It's meant to actually help you. You'll notice that for each module we go through throughout the quarter, I'm going to post what I call a study module. So for each chapter, in this case chapter 1, Becoming Human, there will be a study chapter, a study module and a content module. The study module is simply for your benefit. If any of these items seem useful or helpful to you, for example, if the outline is something you feel like printing out and taking notes in as you read your textbook each week, then so be it. Please use it. I hope it's helpful. Similarly, those office hour videos are an effort. They use historians in the field of the specific topic that we are discussing that week, and they go into some greater depth that might help you better understand an important concept that your textbook addresses as we go. And then flashcards are meant to be an interactive opportunity for you to test yourself on key terms and concepts as we move through the quarter. Now, the content module is ultimately probably what matters to you most, because this is where I'm going to place the assessments. So after you read the material, you will come to the assessment part of the module, and these assessments are linked to the gradebook, and ultimately your performance in the course will be assessed based on how well you fare in these different aspects of content. Now, from time to time, I might also park in the content module, say, a screencast, something like what you're listening to now, only it will be a discussion of a specific topic from the text. In fact, after I'm done here, I might go back and transfer a couple screencasts from my face-to-face class so that you can benefit from some of the things we've been talking about in my face-to-face class here on the main campus. Okay. Now, there's been a little confusion each week, and this is a little bit tricky because we're off to a slow start. I'm taking 2 weeks to cover the first chapter, partly because on the main campus, face-to-face, I'm trying to make sure that my students are up and understanding the rhythm of things. It's not quite as relevant to you in the online course, but nonetheless, you're experiencing the slower start much as my face-to-face students are. But each week in general, so starting next week, and remember, for the online world, an instruction week goes from Wednesday to Wednesday. So starting next week on October 8th, is that right? Yeah, so a week from tomorrow. It's actually technically a week from Thursday. So on October 8th, we will begin Chapter 2. And for Chapter 2, there will be a discussion forum that you will be expected to participate in. There will be an essay that you will be expected to write, and there will be an inquisitive chapter assessment that you will be expected to complete. All three of those things have different due dates throughout the instruction week. Your first deadline will be putting your initial post in the discussion forum on by the end of Saturday. On Sundays, each Sunday, you will be expected to complete your chapter assessment, which is inquisitive. Then between Sunday and Wednesday, you will need to post your remaining 3 follow-up posts in the discussion forum, as well as complete an essay. So there's a fair amount that you'll need to do. The good news, I guess, is what I can say, is that this is the first quarter where you will not have any midterms for this course. In the past, in addition to doing these 3 assessments, students also did 3 midterms. I am now determining that since I'm expecting a fair amount of you each week for each chapter, that we will call that sufficient for the assessments. So there will be no periodic midterms throughout the course. And that could be good news. It really, I think the online course, I'm expecting you all to be motivated and keep up. But the good news is you have quite a bit of control over your grade. You get to write the essays, you participate in the forums. If you keep up, my experience is it's a pretty good place for people to get a good grade. You'll have to deal with some of my feedback early on the essays and adapt my feedback so that you become a better or more complete writer. But the good news is you are very much in control of your grade, and you have numerous opportunities to determine that. So this is kind of how things look. I really want to encourage some of you who've maybe gotten off to a slow start to climb back into that saddle and start learning along with the rest of us. Okay? So with that, I think I have a couple questions that I'll be answering in the Do You Have a Question forum a little later today. You might want to look at that and see if you can benefit from some of your classmates' questions. But other than that, here's to a strong start. I'm looking forward to working with you all. And let's get started. All right. Thank you.